Welcome to this tutorial on how to use Canva to design different images for your social media accounts or your website or maybe some different marketing materials that you're creating. So Canva is probably the best resource that's free that you can use on the internet to design images. I get asked all the time, what do you use to make your images and your quote photos for your Instagram, and how do you make your Pinterest photos? What are you using? So I often tell people I use Canva, and then, it's kind of confusing to learn if you're just starting out. So that's why we're making today's tutorial video to walk you through Canva so that you can understand all the different cool features that you have at disposal to use to build your images with. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to www.canva.com, and you're going to be able to sign up using either a Facebook account, a Google Plus account, or just with your email. Once you've signed up, it's going to log you into the course dashboard. Alright, so when you get inside your course dashboard, you're going to see basically all your previous designs that you've made that are saved here. But when you're first starting out, you probably won't see anything. Now up here, this is where you're going to come to create new designs. So every time you're logged into your Canva account, they've got all these different templates for you to choose from, plus more that we're going to get into in a minute. But first, let's walk you through the different dashboard over here. So it's got all your designs. That's the current tab that we're on. It's going to show you all your designs. If people share designs with you, you can come here to this tab to see different things people have shared with you. You can create a team if you're working, with a marketing team or design team for a school project or for a business or corporate project. And then you've got the Your Brand tab. And then I believe you can even add up to 2 folders if you want to keep, some images organized. And then they've got a pro plan, but this is the free account that I use. I've never had to upgrade, and a lot of people, can suffice with just using the free version. So to get started, you're going to want to create a design. So they've got different templates here. You're going to want to pay attention here to the pixels. So this image is 800 by 800, and then obviously these are going to, get different. It's going to change the pixels based on the type of image you're doing. So a poster is going to be in centimeters, whereas like a presentation on a computer screen is still going to be in pixels. So click the More tab, and you're going to open up a bunch of different templates that they give you. So I often use the Instagram post right here, which is 1080 pixels by 1080 pixels. So that's going to be a high resolution image because it's got 1000 pixels, and it's going to work out for posting the nice sharp images on Instagram. If you were to do like a 500 by 500, it's still a square, so it would still work for Instagram, but it probably would get distorted by the time Instagram blows the picture up to whatever pixels Instagram uses for their images. So it's best to start off with a big amount of pixels, and you can always shrink your photo size down later. So Instagram is a good one. If you're making a Facebook post image, they've got a template for that. They've also got this nice Pinterest template that gives you a 735 by 1102, and then they've got the 800 by 800 social media, Twitter and LinkedIn. So as you can see here, this says social media posts. That's the category. So you're going to find all these right here at the top. When you scroll down, you're going to find different document templates here. So if you're doing a magazine or a letterhead or presentation, you can use the 1920 by 1080 or a US letter, even a resume template if you're making a resume. And then you can scroll down, and they've got blogging and ebooks and marketing materials. So they've got all these different templates. Again, you can use an ebook cover template if you're writing ebooks for Amazon or you're going to sell on your website. If you're going to make a business card, they even have a business card template for you, as well as flyers, gift certificates. So as you can see, they've got tons of different templates here. And then down here, another one that I use a lot is the YouTube thumbnail. So if you have a YouTube channel, you can use this template to design the thumbnails that you're going to use for your videos. So once you've picked a template, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Instagram one. You just simply click it, and it'll open up a blank template. But before we do that, one last thing, they've got custom dimensions here. So if you don't see a template that you like and you want to make your own size, then you can put the width and the height in pixels here. So I could put in 1080 by 1080, which is what the Instagram one would have been. And then you can click design. So it's going to open up a new tab for you. that's going to have, your blank canvas here to go ahead and start creating your image. So starting out over here on the side, you're going to see the search tab. They've got thousands of images here that you can search and pull from. A lot of them are going to be free, but they also have paid images that are going to charge you, $1. So every paid image you add to your photo is going to rack up a bill, and when you go to download it, it's going to make you pay for it. So I recommend, just trying to find different free images, and if you can't find the free images that you like on here, you can go ahead down here to the upload tab and you can upload your own images. So that's the main tab I use a lot, is the upload tab. So as you can see, you go here to upload your images and you can pull a file from your computer. So I've, uploaded a bunch of different real estate related images so far, and then I've got a golf account, so I've got a lot of different golf images that I've uploaded that I use as backgrounds. So to design, I usually upload my own image and then I'll drag it bigger and bigger until it fits. But you got to be careful because, like I said, you got to worry about the pixels. So if you're trying to drag a 500 by 500 image bigger so that it fits into the 1080 by 1080, it's probably going to get blurry. So obviously these images I'm using, they're like 2000 pixels by 1500 pixels. It's a big picture so that it fits my 1080 by 1080 without worrying about blurring the pixels. So a lot of times I'll upload an image, I'll size it to where I want it, and then drag and move it around to where I want it. So once I've got it in as a background, then I'll usually do like an overlay. So you can go to the Elements tab where they've got shapes and lines and different things that you can put over your images. So I'll often go to Shapes and I'll click on maybe the square one and I'll drag that out so that it gets bigger and covers up my original image, and then I'll pick what color I want my overlay to be. So in this case, if I want it to be green, to go with the green theme of golf. And then up here, when you click the image and it's selected, you can see this little checkered thing here. This is called transparency. So then I can adjust the transparency so that my image starts to show through. So that would be 0 transparency, 100 transparency. I typically will go around 60 to 70. But a lot of times on my images, I actually choose the black filter so that it kind of makes a dark shadow filter over the image that looks kind of cool like that. And then I'll go ahead and add some text to it. If I'm giving away like a golf tip, about how to fix their swing or how to improve their putting, I'll overlay some text here. So we're kind of jumping the gun. So let's go back up here. We've got, like I said, the search tab. You can search all kinds of images. You can go to layouts and they give you a bunch of different layout designs that you can choose from, as well as, different templates you pick. There might be different layout choices here to choose from. And then you go to the elements. So this is where you've got all these different shapes that you can put into your images. They've got stars, hearts. They've got boxes. So if you want to use, like one of these boxes, you can size it how you want it. So you can scroll down there and see all the different shapes, and then just to unselect it, you just click it again and it closes it. And then they've got, icons, they've got lines, charts, illustrations, frames, grids, so all kinds of different stuff. You can browse these different libraries and see what images and designs Canva already has on here for you that you can use in your images. Now, going on to the text tab, they give you a bunch of different templates here that you can choose from. It's just preloaded fonts and sizes and different designs that are cool. So if you want to do one of those, you can, or you can choose your own. So I'll usually pick, like add heading, and then I'll go ahead and change the color to white so that it looks cool on my black background. And then, I'll change the size. I'll blow it up bigger, and then we'll give, the font maybe alpha slab so that it's thick. And then you can type in, whatever you want to type. So golf tips. And then you just simply drag, the text where you want it. So if I want, golf tips to go there, I can do that. And then I take the box, and I'll size it so that it fits into the image. Now, to make the box basically a different thickness, like you can see the thickness here, you have to use the diagonal tabs. So I'll shrink it down to where it's real thin, and then I'll use the left and right and up and down tabs to basically drag and drop where I want it. And so that's how I just made it real thin. and then I can click it again to select it and change it to white if I want it to be white. So there we go. And then I've got, space here to put whatever golf tip I want to put, and then basically I can save it. Now if you're trying to bring things forward and backwards, I can click this and there's a range right here. So that's how you can make it go forward or go backwards. So if I click back, it just hit it behind my shadow, my overlay, and that's all the further back it'll let me go. I can hit forward and it brings it back forward. So you can play around with that. And then if you want to copy this, so once you have a template made, if you're making multiple templates, or if you're making multiple images that are going to be real similar except for, maybe a few differences, then you can make one template first, and then you can click the copy this page button right here, and it'll copy it down below, so that now I can, write my second golf tip, and then I can click copy and make my third golf tip. And then if I don't want one, you just hit the delete button. Another option is you can toggle the up and down arrows to rearrange the different images in different orders. So if you were making, let's say, a slideshow, you could, hit the up and down arrows to rearrange the different images in different orders for your slideshow presentation. If you do this method where you have, multiple images you're making here on the same page, when you go to download them, they're going to download as a zip file. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Other times that I don't want to download as a zip file, I'll just go here to File and click Make a Copy, and it'll open up a brand new page with the exact copy of the template that I had before. And then I can, make a tweak to that design if I don't want to mess up the original. So that's another feature that's kind of cool, that it saves you a lot of time from having to rebuild an image that you already built. You just click Make a Copy. So those are, the main tabs over here: search, layouts, and elements, and text. Background, you may use it sometimes. They've got different backgrounds here for you to choose from. Different colors, different designs, different patterns. Or you can just pick a solid color background there. But like I said, I often just go upload my own photo and use it as my own background. So in the case of my golf photo, I used, my own golf image as the background and then overlaid all the different things on top of it. So that's these tabs we've gone through. So let's go across the ribbon up here. So File, every time you make different changes, you're going to need to click Save so that it updates the file, because then when you go to download it, it's going to pull from whenever you last saved. So make sure to click Save, and it'll say all changes saved here. Otherwise, if you make some edits, so if I was to type something else, it'll say unsaved changes, but then it quickly says all changes saved. So you just got to watch here what it's telling you, and if it says unsaved changes, then go to File and click Save. And then like I mentioned, you can make a copy if you want to tweak things without messing up the original. You can make a copy and start playing around with the copy design at no harm to the original. And then if you want to resize your design, make it different pixels, you can do that as well, but that's a pro feature, so you're going to have to pay for that. Then you've got the undo and the redo tab here. So if you make a mistake, just click undo. If you want to go forward, hit redo. And then they've even got a help tab here if you want help with different problems you're facing. And then here you've got the title of your image. So I can name it, golf tips. So this is going to name your file, the image file. So if you're trying to give it a specific name so that you can find it on your computer later, that's where you'll put it in. Or if you're trying to name the image for, SEO purposes for your website, you can do so here as well and click done, and it'll update the name. See here it says unsaved changes. So you got to make sure you click around somewhere on the page so that it saves the changes. All right, if you want to share the image, you can just click share, and it'll open up different, an email address of a friend you can send to, or a coworker or a partner. If you're working on a project, you can share this with them, or you can tweet it or post it to your Facebook. Then when you're done making your image, you're going to go here to download. So go ahead and click download, and it's going to show you the different file types that you can choose from, whether you want a PDF or you want one of these images. For websites and social media images, I typically use the PNG, which is what it says recommended anyways. So click that, and then you can choose all pages. So if we had multiple images here on the page, it'll just download them all as a zip file, as I mentioned. Or if I just want the first image, you can type in, 1, and it'll just pull up the first image for you when it goes to download. So Once you've, figured out which images you're trying to download, you click download, and you'll see this bar go across your screen. And when it gets done, it'll come down here in the left-hand corner of most people's computers, showing you that it's downloaded. Another option you have is you can share it here as well on Facebook, Twitter, or email. So this is another chance, to share the image with people. So that's the majority of the features here on Canva. It's pretty easy to use. It takes a little getting used to and trying to remember where everything is, but you pretty much will toggle back and forth, as I mentioned, between these tabs here to design your image. And then you can, rearrange your images over here with the up and down arrows. You can copy and delete different images. And then if you want to get on a whole new page, you just come here to File and make a copy. And then when you're done making your image, you just go here to download and you download it. So it's pretty simple to use. I'm going to go back over here to the home page tab now. So again, we already walked you through these, how they have lots of different templates that you can choose from. And then, of course, if you want to access an image you've been working on or grab a previous template, you can go here and, find all your images that have been saved that you've previously worked on. So that pretty much wraps up this tutorial on how to use Canva for designing different images. I hope this was helpful, and I've got lots of other helpful videos for you on our YouTube channel. So just type in Ask Nick Foy in YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. And if you stop by our blog, asknickfoy.com, you're going to find all kinds of articles, related to social media, website growth, website traffic, SEO, how to make money, online, more tips on images and design. So I've got lots of different articles on my blog and lots of different videos on my YouTube channel, that are free to access, so that you can help, further your education and make things easier on yourself than trying to figure it all out on your own. So thanks for watching. See you soon.